First of all, every victory in this league is sweet, okay? It's sweet. Now, do we have some things we got to get better at? Absolutely. We don't know that. So what do we got to do? We got to correct mistakes, and we got to keep getting better. We got to keep getting better. Okay, we got to be all dedicated to doing that. Everybody's got to be dedicated to take care of their responsibility like they should. Starting with me. Starting with me. All right. So I'm very thankful for the victory. I'm thankful for y'all's effort and your fight. All right. I'm proud of you. I'm glad to be 1-0 in league play. You know what? No one's going to give a hoot about this game here in about 24 hours. I can promise you. We're moving on to the next one, which is South Carolina.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Inside Georgia Football with Head Coach Mark Richt. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and we got an action-packed show for you over the next half hour. We're going to show you the Dogs' defensive preparations to take on the Gamecocks at Sanford Stadium. In fact, we've got Tracy Rocker, defensive line coach, all mic'd up. You won't want to miss that. We're going to go under the helmet with a guy that the University of Georgia is very fortunate to have. Former UAB star Jake Gain is already paying dividends after coming over to the Dogs. We'll have highlights of the Dogs and the Gamecocks from Sanford Stadium, as well as post-game reaction, all of that. Straight ahead on Inside Georgia Football with Head Coach Mark Richt.
Inside Georgia Football is presented by Georgia's own credit union, Bank, Borrow, Invest. And brought to you in part by Georgia Lottery. That winning feeling doesn't come if you don't play. Play Georgia's own Jumbo Bucks Lotto with jackpots starting at $1 million. This segment is brought to you by Academy. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day.
Every week brings new challenges for the Bulldogs, and this week was no different. As they prepared for their SEC home opener, they realized how important each and every game is.
If you take a loss, you're at risk of at least being third place, which is crazy. But the league we play in, we want to beat every opponent, especially SEC opponents.
We're kind of coming into this game as another game that we got to win. You know, every game you want to win. So that's just, to start off, we want to win the game. And by it being an SEC game, division game, that just add another edge of wanting to win the game even more.
I'm really expecting them to load the box, try to stop the run, but, you know, we're going to come hard. We're going to come hard.
Each player and coach has their role to ensure success, but one coach has an intensity that drives these guys to perform their best.
Coach Rocker. He's probably the actual hype guy of the team. He messes with you, you know what I'm saying? He gets you ready, pumped for the game, and keeps you focused on the task at hand.
Oh, yeah. Everybody likes to warm up, but not everybody don't like to play. How you rugby guys doing over here? All you guys that just kick around the ball all day, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Just kicking around the ball all day. That's all. That's a pretty good life there. Just kick the ball around all day.
I have to have fun on the practice field. I think when they know that I have fun, they're going to have fun. Playing defensive line is hard, and it's a very trying position. The thing about playing defensive line is that you'll constantly beat up, you're hurt. And I try to make it so that you don't think about your injuries, your hands hurting, running into people every day. Even though we may not have a lot of gear on, we're still banging. And I think the thing is they know that I'm very demanding. Once I step on that grass, it's about just do your best.
First thing, punt, return, and block. It's going to be right in this area right here. We got our ball security, ball disruption. It's a normal Wednesday. All right, we got to win today. We got to practice better today than South Carolina practice. The harder you work, the better we'll be, I promise you. And the better you'll get as well. I appreciate everybody's effort in that. Okay, let's get after it, all right? Let's get a break, get ready to rock and roll.
Let's go!
Dogs on two, 1, 2, go!
That's the fastest you gonna go 92. I keep telling you, this ain't high school. This ain't no warm-up. We done with the warm-up. Hey, Leonard, stay tight. Don't drift on me, big guy. Stay tight and don't drift. Boom, right there. Nice, stay there, nice. Good job. Nice. That's the moves you're gonna make on game day. That's the move we make on game day. That's what it looks like on game day, please. Get your hand down. You're over the top too much.
Yeah, with Coach Rocker, he's not holding nothing back. If you're having a bad day of practice, he's going to make sure you know you're having a bad day of practice. And, I mean, I respect him, man, for it. He's not going to sugarcoat anything, and it just gets you better because you're not going to tell you you're doing something good when you're not. And, I mean, I like that about him.
I speak truthfully about everything. I keep everything openly. If you're not doing what you're supposed to, it's on the table in front of everyone. You're doing something good, it's on the table in front of everyone. So, and I think that's the way they like for it to be. They like to know it's out there and openly.
Turn and burst, turn and burst, turn and burst. Well, get through, hands up. Faster, boom, boom, work it. Hands up, get your hands up. Oh, no. And get through there. I can't have you on the ground, okay? We can't get beat in traffic. Get your feet up. All right, we're gonna handle big man. Boom, nice job knocking him back. Let's go, big man. All of a sudden now they're gonna build this big old wall over there with this big old flank position. You can't let him knock you over there, okay? You got to be a big, strong man for us now. Knock him back, nice.
The week's practice had the team ready for Saturday.
I know it's going to be loud. I know it's going to be packed. I know the fans are going to show some great support because they always got our backs. And I'm just looking forward to a loud atmosphere and a physical game.
You know, it's pretty loud. You know, it's live. It's a lot of people that's in them stands. And the first thing we have to do is, you know, realize who our opponent is and come out and, you know, get the job done.
Coming up next, we'll go beneath the helmet with a young man who found himself without a program only to land on his feet with the Georgia Bulldogs, and boy, are we glad he did.
This segment is brought to you by Nissan, premier partner of the Heisman Trophy.
To have that G on my helmet and have that G on my chest, you know, every day when I wake up, you know, I'm thankful for that. And that's, you know, one of the first things I thank, you know, God for is that opportunity.
Second chances, do-overs, another day to prove yourself. For Jake Gaines, the University of Georgia is a second chance he never imagined he'd have, or even would need.
On a Saturday, we played Southern Miss, and they're probably our biggest rival, and we were 5-6, and we won that game, and we became bowl eligible for the first time in 10 years. And I just remember that feeling, you know, it was like the best feeling in the world. And the very next day, I was getting treatment because I was pretty, you know, bruised up from the game, and I was checking Twitter, and I remember seeing someone tweet that UAB football was going to be shut down.
On December 2nd, 2014, the University of Alabama at Birmingham officially announced that it was ending its football program due to financial reasons. No bowl game, no next year. Suddenly, all of Jake's accomplishments didn't matter anymore. He was a junior linebacker and the team's leading tackler, but he had no team to play for. Shortly after the announcement, Jake received a call from Georgia.
So I ended up, you know, coming to Georgia on an official visit and getting an official offer, and then, you know, as soon as that happened, I told Coach Richt, you know, I wanted to come play here.
When most think about playing between the hedges, they imagine 4 years, 4 seasons of brotherhood, 4 seasons of glory, 4 seasons of memories. But Jake doesn't even have half that time.
I only have 1 year, so I just wanted to, you know, Georgia was definitely going to give me the best chance, you know, to have the best, you know, 1 year of my life. You know, as soon as I came here, you know, just meeting the coaches and the players and then the city of Athens, you know, I knew right away that, you know, this was the place for me.
Home. It's where we belong, where our family is. That's what makes the G so special. So special to those who are united by the colors of red and black. We are one nation, one family. We are one Georgia. Although Jake will only play one season with a G on his helmet, this is his home now. The Bulldog Nation is his family.
Really, I've grown close with a lot of guys, and I've just, you know, I'm really glad to be a part of this team and like to get that bond, because when you play football, it's special, and to be able, you know, you call yourself brothers and stuff, and you know, I had brothers, you know, 3 years at UAB, but now, you know, I've got my brothers here at Georgia too.
The opportunity to play for the Bulldogs is not only a second chance for Jake, it's also the realization of a dream he buried many years ago. Having only been recruited by UAB out of high school, the thought of being a part of the tradition of Georgia, a tradition worthy of such loyalty, was a long shot in his eyes. As the dreams for his senior season died, his old dream, the one of playing in the SEC, came back to life.
You know, working hard and, I mean, doing every little thing that I can. If it's extra film, you know, extra work, you know, in the weight room, whatever I have to do to, you know, put myself in a position to play, you know, because like you said, I only have 1 year.
Jake didn't just put himself in a position to play, he put himself in a position to make an impact, a position to be a leader.
You know, at UAB in here, you know, that's just kind of who I am. I like leading and, you know, really just, you know, one of my jobs is just getting guys lined up, you know, getting the play to everybody, and that's just, I mean, that's a linebacker's job, so, and that's the position I'm at, so I just try to do that, you know, the best I can.
Most people only get one chance to do something great. Rarely do they get another. Out of the darkest of days, Jake was given his second chance, one season, one memorable season, to wear the G.
You know, I've been dreaming of this for a really long time. I didn't know, you know, as a kid, you know, I didn't know I'd be playing at Georgia, especially in high school when I was going to UAB. You know, I never thought I would be playing in front of all these fans cheering for me. You know, I've always had them cheering against me when we played the big schools. So, you know, it's going to be an amazing feeling, and I just hope I get out there and just really just capture the moment.
Jake has captured the moment, making big play after big play, but none bigger than a catch in the fourth quarter on the road at Vanderbilt. Looking into the end zone, directing traffic, throws it into the end zone, batted up, and I think we caught it on the tip. Yeah, we caught it. Intercepted by Jake Gaines on the tip in the end zone. Georgia ball and a touchback.
The Dogs getting after those Gamecocks between the hedges. That's next here on Inside Georgia Football with head coach Mark Richt.
This segment is brought to you by AT&T, a proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. AT&T, mobilizing your world.
The first night game, the first SEC home game. Athens was electric. The Sanford Stadium hedges were rocking. Coach Richt had one very specific message for his team: to be relentless.
We got about 2 minutes to go. All right? First of all, everybody get this in your head. It is a 60-minute war and maybe beyond. All right? Get that straight in your head. Now, last night I stayed up trying to figure out what do we got to do to win this game. We got to be relentless. We got to be relentless.
92,000 plus packed inside Sanford Stadium to watch the opening kick, and here we go. Dawgs to try a 30-yard field goal with Marshall Morgan from the near hash. The kick is away, and the kick is good, and the Dogs strike first.
The first quarter was a defensive battle, with the teams tied at 3-3 starting the second quarter.
Receivers in from the 2, first and goal, handed off to Chubb, straight ahead, driving in into the end zone, I think, yeah, touchdown. Chubb would not be denied. take a fake and fire it into the end zone. It's caught by Malcolm Mitchell.
The second half was an offensive explosion, led by Grayson Lambert with a record-breaking night, 24 out of 25, an NCAA percentage record.
Team starting out in rapid succession here in the first half. Throw it to Sony Michel on the near side. Oh, he slams on the break and makes a move into the end zone. Touchdown, Sony Michel, and then he stares down the defender.
As for number 27, Nick Chubb, he produced his 11th consecutive 100-plus yard game on the ground.
Blazevich in motion to the near side, out of the eye. Here's Chubb. Handoff, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Chubb!
The Dogs would not be denied at home. They were relentless. Coming up next, post-game reaction from the players and, of course, the old head coach himself, Mark Richt.
Inside Georgia Football is presented by Georgia's own credit union, Bank, Borrow, Invest. And brought to you in part by Georgia Lottery. That winning feeling doesn't come if you don't play. Play Georgia's own Jumbo Bucks Lotto with jackpots starting at $1 million. This segment is brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
It's just fun to win, period. Every time we get a victory, I usually say I'm thankful, and I am. You know, a lot of people feel different ways after victories, but I'm thankful for victories. Thankful for everybody's effort to get to that point. I think people get a rough idea of what it takes just collectively to get ready for a game. You got so many people working so hard for the common good that you're just thankful for everybody's effort, and you're thankful for the victory, and you want to give credit to everybody because they deserve it.
Great night to be a Bulldog, huh? Yeah. All you guys that are in this room that maybe didn't get to play, but maybe were on that scout team, it was one of the better weeks we've had of preparation in a long time. Great job, man.
Essentially, you didn't realize that you set a national record for percentage and 20 straight completions. You didn't realize all that while that's going on out there?
I didn't until I kind of, took my pads off and I saw the stat, but I didn't realize the records. I had no idea about any of that and did not expect any of that to happen.
I think tonight we did a great job of just playing hard, whether it was a pass or a run.
That's how we want to start. We want to start off fast and we want to finish strong.
When all the work was done and all the fans had left, the most important moment of the day was just beginning for linebacker Jake Gaines.
I'm about to go do it. Oh, it's my girlfriend. Let's do it.